Have you ever heard about the Zimbabwean inventor named Maxwell Chikumbutso? Most people haven't, and that's the first part of the mystery. Why has this man's name stayed hidden when what he created could completely change the car industry? In Zimbabwe, a country that has faced many economic and political problems, one man did something that seemed impossible. He built a self-charging car powered by continuous motion. Yes, you heard that right. A car that powers itself and never needs to stop to recharge. How did he do it? That's the million-dollar question. According to Maxwell, his car works through a complex system he calls the converter. This device takes unused or wasted energy and turns it into electrical power, allowing the car to recharge while it's being driven. Sounds unbelievable, right? But there's more to it. Even though this invention could change the world, it has remained surrounded by mystery. Back in 2017, Maxwell became famous for a short time when he showed his self-charging car to the public in a grand demonstration. Over 100 cars took to the streets of Harare, the capital of Zimbabwe, running only on Maxwell's technology. The event caught attention from the media, both locally and internationally. But soon after the announcement, the story vanished. There were no new reports, no scientific discussions, and no visible trace of the car or its creator. Some people said it was all fake. Others suggested that powerful groups wanted Maxwell silenced. Was there an effort to hide a discovery that could threaten large energy industries? Maxwell's path was full of challenges. He was laughed at and doubted by engineers and scientists who said his invention broke the laws of physics. Perpetual motion, after all, is said to be impossible. But Maxwell refused to give up. He filed patents, registered trademarks, and patiently waited for the right moment to bring his idea back. And now, that time has come. The self-charging car has reappeared and is being sold again for $45,000, less than half the price of a Tesla Model 3. If true, that's a huge game changer. So, how does this car supposedly work? Maxwell says it runs on two main principles: free energy and perpetual motion. Free energy is the idea of getting power from natural surroundings, like electromagnetic fields or small differences in temperature. Perpetual motion, on the other hand, means a machine that keeps running forever without any outside fuel. Combining these, Maxwell claims his car creates energy from the environment and keeps a steady flow of power. The car doesn't need fuel or oil. Instead, it uses magnetic motors, capacitors, and special alloy wheels to create electromagnetic force that moves it forward. When magnets come near each other, they push or pull, depending on how they are aligned. Maxwell arranged them in a smart way inside the wheel system to make use of their natural force, helping the car move and even slightly lift off the ground. The vehicle also has something he calls an air breathing system. It draws oxygen from the air, which helps the converter work smoothly. Another important feature is something Maxwell named infinity oil. This special oil not only lubricates the parts of the car, but also stores extra energy that can be released back into the system whenever needed. It's an energy storage and engine fluid in one. Even the braking system is unusual. Instead of normal brakes that waste energy as heat, this car uses regenerative brakes. When you slow down, the car converts the movement energy into electricity and saves it in the battery. When you stop pressing the accelerator, gravity slows the car down, and the brakes turn that energy into usable power again. This makes sure that nothing is wasted. Even stopping helps charge the car. And here's another fascinating part. There are no wires or fuel tanks, and the car doesn't need external charging. If you look carefully at the tires, you'd see copper strips running through them. These aren't for decoration. They generate static electricity as the car rolls on the ground. That energy goes through the converter, adding to the power supply. But if this is real, why hasn't the world heard about it? That's where the conspiracies start. Some believe that governments or big energy corporations have tried to hide Maxwell's invention because it would destroy their profits. If cars could run without fuel or electricity, entire industries could collapse. It's possible that Maxwell's technology was deliberately buried to protect those interests. There is also another wild claim. Maxwell says his self charging car can move through water without damage. It's waterproof, and when submerged, the water supposedly helps it generate even more energy. That means it could, in theory, travel through rivers and lakes without a problem. Whether this is science or fiction, it only added more mystery around his creation. After years of silence, Maxwell announced that his invention was stolen and someone tried to patent it in China. He fought back, took legal action, and eventually won, reclaiming ownership of his idea. This victory proved his determination and belief in his work. Instead of giving up, he improved his design even further. News of the car's return spread quickly. People everywhere started talking about it, hoping it was real. The idea of a car that charges itself and doesn't harm the environment sounded like the dream solution for modern transport. But not everyone believed it. Some accused Maxwell of lying or tricking people. Scientists said it was physically impossible. Critics flooded online forums, claiming that perpetual motion was a myth. Even with all that criticism, the excitement didn't fade. People wanted to believe. With rising fuel costs and climate concerns, the dream of a clean, self powered car gave many a sense of hope. Maxwell's invention symbolized freedom from fossil fuels, something the world desperately needs. Scientists were forced to take a closer look. They demanded data, experiments, and real proof. Many experts said Maxwell's design broke one of science's most basic principles, the law of conservation of energy. That law states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only changed from one form to another. If his car really produced more energy than it used, it would rewrite physics itself. But Maxwell argued otherwise. He said his invention didn't create new energy. It simply tapped into sources we don't yet fully understand. Skeptics said that if perpetual motion truly worked, it would already be used in factories, ships, and airplanes. Since that hasn't happened, they concluded that Maxwell's invention must be exaggerated or misunderstood. They also criticized the lack of scientific publications and tests done by independent experts. Without peer reviewed studies, they said, there was no reason to believe the car really worked. Still, Maxwell stood by his creation. To him, this wasn't about breaking physics. It was about expanding it. Maybe our current understanding of energy is limited, and his discovery was simply ahead of its time. He poured years of hard work and faith into the self-charging car, and that belief kept him going despite the world's doubts. The core of the argument against him remained the same, that perpetual motion can't exist. Yet, his supporters said his design didn't violate that rule, but instead used overlooked natural energy from magnetic and environmental interactions. Whether that's possible or not is still debated. Maxwell's story represents more than just an invention. It's the tale of human imagination, of daring to dream beyond accepted limits. In a world searching for sustainable energy and greener transport, the idea of a car that never needs charging feels like magic. Maybe it's real, maybe not, but it makes people wonder what could be possible. His journey also shows how innovation often meets resistance. When new ideas threaten powerful industries or long standing beliefs, they're often dismissed or hidden. Whether Maxwell's self charging car truly works, doesn't he change the fact that he challenged the norm and inspired countless thinkers to imagine new possibilities? Some see him as a visionary, others as a fraud, but the mystery around his car keeps his story alive. Was he silenced because he broke the rules of science, or because he broke the system's comfort? Maybe the truth lies somewhere in between. In the end, Maxwell Chikumbutso's story is not just about one car, it's about the endless human drive to explore, invent, and challenge what we're told is impossible. Whether his car truly ran forever or not, he sparked a global conversation about energy and innovation. So, what do you think? Could perpetual motion one day become a reality, or is it just a dream that can never come true? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if this story made you think differently about technology and power, don't forget to like and follow for more fascinating tales of human creativity and mystery.